Hello.
Hey, oh, that was a great intro.
Oh, isn't it awesome? I just tweaked it a little bit. My old one I didn't like very much, so I thought I'd do this new one.
Mm.
We are live. I am going to do a bit of a roll call. I think I've got all of two people here. Um, Intrepid, Nadia, how are you? And Ghostman Deek. Thank you very much for joining us tonight with Jim from Jim's Urbex. How are you tonight?
Hey guys, yeah, great. Thanks for having me on the show.
You're more than welcome. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you coming here. I'll get your banner up. Okay, Jim's Urbex, all his links
Oh,
to
look at
his channel and Jim's Instagram and website are scrolling across the screen. And I think I should have pinned one to the comments at the top as well, but I might do that later. It's also in the description. So tell us a little bit about yourself. You obviously been exploring.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I'm an urban explorer from Adelaide, SA. I've been doing it for a while, probably like, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 years, but only recently, well, I've had Instagram for about 5 or so years, and yeah, like I post a lot of my photography and stuff on there. And yeah, like I've recently like started up a website where I sort of research the locations and write like a bit of the history and any stories I can find, and sort of like put a gallery of all the images in there. And I mean, some of these places have some amazing backstories that you would just never hear if you didn't like dig a little deeper. So yeah, and also I've recently started a YouTube channel, like just just because I felt like it. Had a few exploring videos on there. And yeah, I'll probably just be filming some more stuff as it comes along. Um, yeah, and putting it up there, trying to make it like a bit entertaining sort of thing. But yeah, my real love and passion for it is like the photography. Like I'm sure you've seen some of this crazy stuff from like overseas and like Europe and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff really inspires me to yeah, like um take great shots and get them on Instagram to like a bigger community.
Mm. So is it just like urban exploring? Do you go rural exploring as well? Are you interested in farmhouses?
Yeah, it's somebody commented on the chat, is someone playing YouTube? Are you getting like a double audio?
It seems we might be.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
what I'll do is I'll shut my YouTube down just in case. Are you still getting is the sound okay?
Yeah. Can yeah, I'm kind of hearing like a double audio thing.
Have you got YouTube on as well?
Oh, it's my audio. Okay. Um, no, I don't have it open actually.
Right.
Um, you know.
It might be your earphones, perhaps.
Ah, okay. All right.
Because I know that
Let's,
my earphones
I could switch to my AirPods, see if that works.
idea. Yes. Sorry, Peggy, to interrupt the interview, but that's all right. You'll get there eventually. Your glasses aren't as groovy as mine. I can just see them, so I can't see your face.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. How's the sound now?
Yeah. I think my audio might still be double. Oh, that's very weird.
Okay.
Maybe I could just, yeah, still getting that double, I think.
Okay. I'm right my side.
Do you think, should I try, hang on, maybe it's like the face filter. How's that? Is that better?
Is that better? Say something now.
How about that?
Is that better?
Oh no, still double. Maybe should I leave and come back?
I'm really not sure. You can try.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm going to tell you a story about how I met Jim from Jim's Urbex, or Mr. Urbex. He has a couple of videos on YouTube, and I really, 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 really like them. And the thing that really attracted me to Jim was he was in some kind of hospital centre, and exploring, one of the rooms, and just came out with this random story that was absolutely hilarious. And I'm like, I love this guy. He's great. So I messaged him when I saw him after being at a church compound. And I really, really wanted to go there. Now, I don't normally ask, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can. I can hear you. I don't know if the others can.
Yeah, I still got that double audio.
Oh, damn. What's happening?
Yeah, that's quite strange.
It is very strange. It's not me. Echo cancellation, automatic adjust microphone, internal mic.
Let me just try a different browser.
It works good on Firefox, and I'm not too sure what the other one is.
All right, I'll give Firefox a shot.
You give Firefox a go. He is hearing sound from your mic through his speaker. Still double audio. Oh.
Hang on.
My apologies, everyone. This is not going to plan, but you know what they say: best laid plans of mice and men.
I'll switch to my iPad and see if I'm having the same trouble.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so yeah, and I wanted to know. I actually wanted to know where this complex was, so I reached out to him on Instagram and asked him, and here, there it is. And he didn't tell me exactly, but gave me the suburb, but enough clues to know where I can find it, which is great. So I wouldn't mind going exploring there in the next few weeks. And so on a side note, I asked if he would like to come up and have a chat with me on my channel. And he said yes, and I'm really excited to have him here. So who have we got here? Mark and Annette's Adventures. Thank you for coming, Mark and Annette. We have Gabby on Facebook. Thank you for joining us, Gabby. Your local schmeckle pimp, Flanders. Oh my goodness, you're new. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. How's that going?
Does that sound a bit better?
Is that sounding better?
Testing the microphone.
Testing. Hello, Tracy. Thank you for joining us.
Testing. Is that double audio?
Audio's
great. Audio's fixed. Okay.
awesome. Now we can start with the thing of getting on. I'm really, it's really weird to talk to a blank screen, but that's okay. I can deal with that.
Yeah, sorry, I lost my filter.
Lost your filter? Yes. So what were we talking about? What were you?
I think, yeah, I was just introducing myself. Yeah, telling people about what I do and yeah, my website and Instagram and everything. So yeah.
Cool. Yes. So, is photography a passion of yours?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I've always sort of done photography, like whether or not it's been film photography, like 35mm film, digital photography, and yeah, like a bit of videography. But yeah, like I've always been shooting like with digital SLRs. So yeah, but I think I started taking Urbex shots about 5 years or so. Before then, I was just exploring. So, yeah, yeah. I mean, these places are amazing to take photos in. You know, the natural decay and like graffiti and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So when you post your photos, do you just post them as they come in your camera, or do you like filter them, like adjust them a bit?
Yeah,
Edit.
I usually edit them in Lightroom, so I shoot them raw, and yeah, import them into Lightroom, edit, sometimes put filters on them and stuff, but yeah, it's mostly, and I do a lot of long exposures as well, so whether or not they're in nines or at night time, you know, I set the camera up on the tripod and yeah, shoot for about, you know, 30-second exposures, stuff like that. Yeah.
Is that like time lapse, or is that just for nighttime thing?
It's more so when you've got like no light,
Oh,
and it just holds the shutter open and, you know, takes in all the light, and it can look pretty cool. So you might have seen some of my shots, like they're still wood photography where you know, it looks like sparks are flying everywhere. Yeah, that's about a 30-second exposure. Yeah, I've also done some, yeah, at night time, or yeah, I find it just looks a bit better than, you know, oh, what's he taking pictures of? So it's abandoned like buildings or tunnels, you know, anything that would fall under urban exploration. So yeah, abandoned buildings, like rooftops, tunnels, drains, yeah, all of that sort of stuff that's off limits. Yeah, I like to find a way in and explore it. So yeah, most people, you know, would see a locked door and wonder what's behind there. But yeah, I like to, you know, take photos of those places and sort of show it to the world. Yeah.
yeah. So how long have you been doing urban exploring?
Good question. So I probably started about maybe 15 or so years ago, when I was just a teenager, like in high school. There was this place called the Julia Farr Center, and it was a massive abandoned hospital. And we used to go there at night and try and scare the crap out of each other. And yeah, like, you know, we'd tell each other ghost stories, and you know, we'd walk in there and security would try and chase us away. And yeah, that's really what got me into it. And you know, a lot of time exploring this building, and I thought, you know, there's got to be more places like this out there. So yeah, just over the years, I've found, you know, just kept an eye out, found lots of different places. You'd be surprised, there's a lot of places in Adelaide to explore, like, and a lot of them are historic as well. Like they've got an interesting backstory. Yeah, and you just wouldn't expect it until you dig a bit deeper, maybe look into the state archives, find old historic photos. Yeah, all that good stuff. And even before, like, I started urbexing when I was a teenager, my dad kind of introduced it to me when I was a kid. He took me into drains, and we would explore them with torches and stuff, and that was, yeah, pretty exciting for me. Hey. But yeah.
Yeah, so okay, so you've had your YouTube channel up for how long now?
I mean, I've probably only had it up for a few months, or like a month or something. Yeah. I kind of just did it because I felt like it, and I've been shooting some footage of places. Like, I'd shot I think the first thing I posted was this like really creepy Joseph Fritzl dungeon, which was under somebody's house, and it was built like as a fallout bunker in the 80s.
Yeah.
And this was I went there not expecting to be able to get in. But then I spoke to the neighbors across the street, and they were like, this lovely old couple, and they were like, oh yeah, the house is abandoned. You can go over the road and check it out, And I was like, oh yeah, I'll give it a go. And yeah, so I explored the house. It was this big mansion, and then like under this scuffed bit of carpet, there was this hatch, and it went like deep into the earth, into reinforced concrete. And when you climb down there, there's like several levels into the basement, and then there's multiple blast doors that you go through, and then you come into this massive like sort of dungeon fallout shelter, which has massive blast doors and stuff. And yeah, that was extremely creepy. So that was my first video I posted on YouTube. It's pretty shit quality. But yeah, I just wanted to get it up there to put it along with my my blog post. And the next one I shot was the tunnels at Sleep 2. And there's a lot of stories about that one. But yeah, I managed to get in there, and because it's a place not many people have been, I just wanted to document it and film it. I took my mountain bike in, and I was like riding up and down the tunnel, holding my camera with one hand. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, I reckon I've got enough footage to splice a video together. Yeah. So yeah, and I've got some more stuff coming. I recently went for a trip down like the southeast, like Mount Gambier, and yeah, there was some really cool spots down there. Like, yeah, but I've got one coming of a sawmill, abandoned sawmill, which was pretty cool. It was built in the 1930s.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just fully overgrown.
Yeah.
So yeah, look out for that one. And I've got part 2 of the Doomsday Cult as well, which is another creepy one. So the original Doomsday Cult video that I've got up on my YouTube channel, it's the main church hall, but this one is like the living quarters, and yeah, I found some pretty creepy stuff in the basement, like all these jars full of black stuff. Like, I don't know. I think it was probably preserved food, but I mean, it makes a cool, creepy video. Yeah.
Wow, sounds incredible. I didn't even know we had a cult in Adelaide.
Oh, we've got heaps actually, and most of them are abandoned. Like, another one I can probably talk about is the Agape cult, and you can look this up, but It's this guy called Rocco Leo, and he made this massive cult, but it was in an abandoned asylum, which was their headquarters. And it's pretty much like, yeah, you can see the building if you go up to Hillcrest. But yeah, I was able to explore that back in like 2016 when it was still explorable, but now it's, yeah, it's being renovated and you can't get in. But yeah, he was a really nasty cult leader, and he would like, you know, give his followers death threats if they tried to leave and stuff like that. So exploring that place was a very creepy vibe. Yeah.
So how do you, because we, Word and I, my partner, we spend a lot of time on, and our friend, and then spends a lot of time on Google Earth, Google Maps, researching. Sometimes we just go out driving for like 8 miles and miles and miles looking for abandoned places. How do you find your places? Because you found some places we didn't even know existed.
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I'd say to people that it's just a lot of research, like really nerding out on stuff. You know, and another good sort of secret that I use is the essay planning map. I chuck on the heritage layer, and it shows me all the heritage places, and a lot of those places are abandoned. Yeah, and have cool history. And also another good tip is looking for temp fences. If there's a temporary fence around a property, you know that it's likely that it's going to get demolished soon. And then, yeah, the other way is just your you and your partner's technique of driving as far as you can go and just looking for, you know, ruins or abandoned houses. And yeah, I think I've collected a lot of places over the years. Yeah, and those are my main techniques.
Have you documented more?
No, not really. Yeah, there's still like a fair few places. Like I haven't been out north, but I've got so many pins on my map out that way. I really need to do a road trip out there at some point. Yeah, like I was saying, I just did the southeast, and that was amazing. Like, I've got a lot of photos to post from there. So yeah, hopefully, and there's also some stuff which I can't post yet because you know, the sort of Urbex code of conduct is like, yeah, don't post a spot if it's kind of untouched and it might blow it up, or like your photos would give away techniques or like ways to get in or give away clues. So I'm still sitting on a few things, but I mean, I don't super go by the code. Like there's some people who are like really into it. But yeah, I just like to see it as sort of a guideline, but yeah.
Yeah, I know the code. I'm a code and respect that immensely. Sometimes it's hard. Like,
yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure there's heaps of places that I've given away.
There was one place who was very, 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 very careful of keeping it a secret. And my friend Annette, and as in Mark and Annette's Adventures, who we go out with on a regular basis, it took her months, but we found the place. So nothing like using Google, just using clues from the video, and it was just such small clues from the video, and using Google Earth, we found the place that we wanted to explore. Well, I didn't particularly, but Mark did. And we finally got, after months of, and she put a lot of research into that. So that's the foolproof.
Absolutely, yeah. It does take a while, and some places I've been, you know, looking for years, and I've like the penny just drops and it clicks, and I'm like, yeah, that's the place. And you know, and some places I've gone to, you know, people have led me to dead ends, so I've thought, you know, it's like it's been demolished or something, but it's still there, and yeah, I've ended up finding it, and it's pretty rewarding when you find it. Like,
Oh, isn't it? It's a wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. So, what's your favorite editing program that you like to use?
well, I love Premiere Pro, and After Effects, like the Adobe ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I've been using them for years, and yeah, I'm you know, not a great editor, but yeah, they're just easy for me. And there's some good plugins you can get for them as well. So like if you're using something external to record your audio, you can sync them up, and stuff like that. So yeah, I really love the Adobe stuff.
Awesome, awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah. I use Final Cut Pro.
Yeah, yeah. Final
Final
Cut's good as well.
Yeah, it's good, but I find it's not much fun. As in, I use Filmora sometimes. If I want to do something fun, I'll use Filmora because it's got more, I don't know, more of your fun. Oh, how do I define fun? Like, Final is very professional. The real professionals use Final Cut Pro, and you do get a very professional sort of thing. But if you want something a bit frivolous, a bit fanciful, you know, I tend to go to
Filmora.
I don't know if that's making any sense at all, but anyway.
Yeah, I need to look into that one, but I get what you're saying. Like, you know, some editing programs are just easier than others. And yeah, I remember, you know, I like all Apple software, so yeah, Final Cut's pretty cool. But I mean, I got a Creative Cloud subscription, so yeah, it's Adobe for me.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to try Adobe. Other people recommend Adobe. So, where do you see your channel in a year's time, or 2 years' time, or 5 years'
Heather, well, I really like watching the exploring videos. Like, have you seen the Proper People and what's it, like Broken Window Theory and stuff? Like, I like to really relaxing exploring videos that you can just kind of zone out to, and you know, put on in the background. You know, sometimes there's some exciting bits and stuff. So yeah, hopefully I can get some cool videos together that show it off, and also make some more videos which are more like similar style to my photos, really atmospheric.
Yeah.
And it just shows off the place. Yeah.
Well, that sounds amazing. Actually, sounds really, really good. And there was another question I was going to ask you based on something that you recently said, and for the life of me, it just slipped out of my mind. Absolutely slipped out of my mind. But
that's all right.
I'm sure it'll come back to me. If anybody has got any questions for Jim, put them all in caps and ask away. It is, it's only 8 o'clock. That's right. I've got about half an hour to go. Do you go with anyone?
Well, yeah, I've gone with, like, there's a pretty small Urbex community in Adelaide, but yeah, there's still a fair amount of people who are like pretty diehard, like explorers. And yeah, sometimes I go with them. Like, yeah, they're good friends. It's always like a more exciting time when you're with people, I find. But I mean, a lot of places I've been doing recently have just been like sort of spur of the moment by myself, like when I've got like a spare, you know, couple of hours or something, I just go take a few photos. But yeah, if you want to check out some cool people on Instagram, you can't hear me very well.
Yeah, they're finding it difficult to hear you.
That's a shame. Okay.
So much of what Jim says. Sorry.
Yeah, it really must be my audio.
My apologies. Because I can hear Jim really, really well. It is a shame.
Yeah, audio sounds fine on my end as well.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm not too sure what we can do about that. I'm really not.
Could I maybe just could I maybe just like detach my headphones and see if that works?
That might work better.
Test, 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 test. Can you hear me?
Now, is that better for people?
Yeah, so that's running through my iPad's microphone.
Is that better? Okay, so I'm just going to ask another question. Do you have a YouTuber, an urban explorer, anywhere in the world that you admire the most?
Oh, I still can't hear. Sorry, was that do I have an urban explorer who I admire the most? Sorry, let me just plug this in. Can you hear that at all?
Is that better? Tell us a joke.
How about that? Test, test. Oh yeah, I can still hear it doubling up.
And yeah, oh, that is a real shame.
Could you can't potentially like restart the stream at all, can you?
I possibly could. I could close it down and restart it again. Does everyone want to wait around for a moment? Because if I close it down, that would be, I'll have to start a new one. Okay, I'm going to end the broadcast. And what I might do is I might just start a new broadcast.
So will it be the same link?
No, it won't be the same link. It'll be a different link. So I've got Instagram open. So as soon as I create
cool.
I'll send it to you in Instagram. But it won't be as
okay.
Yeah, it'll be a bit somewhat. Here's Werner and Meek, and now I hope they enjoyed their thingy. Okay, give me a moment.